Hi everyone. I've given you two brief prompts. You pick one of them and try to read the Hannah Arendt essay that was published in a book in 1951 that she wrote about explaining totalitarianism and complete domination. Focus on the things that you understand in the essay in a world of ideas, and don't be too perturbed by things you don't understand. I wanted to tell you that I think the reason why some of these essays are so difficult, so dense in the vocabulary, is because if they had not been written by people who use that kind of semantics, that type of vocabulary, they would not have been taken seriously. And I mean, if we talk to each other, or if we have an opinion, most of us, when we talk, are not taken seriously by our friends and family. We're forgotten. So you usually have to get a few degrees and have the ear of important people before you are taken seriously. Frederick Douglass did that too when he got the ear of Abraham Lincoln. You have to understand that when Germany became a totalitarian country, it was recoiling. It was not even recoiling. It was in a terrible state following the First World War and the Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles was agreed to by the officials of the Weimar Republic, which was the new government after the Kaiser abdicated. The Kaiser was obviously a kind of monarch in Germany. Germany lost. And so the winners, which our country was among the winners, put such terms upon Germany that it was forced to accept complete responsibility and guilt for the First World War and pay reparations. The reparations came to what would be today $442 billion. So it was really horrible. The people in Germany went through a period of starvation. The economist Keynes, who was very famous at the time, he predicted that the treaty was too harsh. And if you fast forward a little bit, you had the National Socialist movement, and it went from the Weimar Republic and Hitler moving up through its ranks and becoming the chancellor to a dictatorship. He was extremely good at saying things that the people wanted to hear. They were angry at their state, at their horrible economy, at the fact that they were starving in the streets. And they wanted to hear that they didn't deserve this. That's what he told them. So you fast forward again into Germany as, a country that was moving into a dictatorship, and the Second World War has become. When the Second World War began, somebody was stigmatized. A whole race of people, German citizens, were dehumanized and made to be the people to take the blame for whatever. And those people were the Jews. What happened after that is what Hannah Arendt talks about. She talks about, one of the prompts says, how could people have been in denial? And they still go into denial. If there weren't movies showing that this happened and showing dead bodies, no one would, not no one, but so many people would not believe it. Even in 1951, there were people who did not believe that the concentration camps could possibly have been that bad. So she talks about how total domination seeks to eliminate individuality. You can't suppress a people without dehumanizing them, and you can't dehumanizing them if you allow protesters to raise consciousness levels. But total domination has historical precedence, and total domination, which she admits, has no particular, at least in terms of dominating, like the people in the concentration camps, has no particular economic advantage, and yet it does serve the purpose of being superior over other countries. So she talks about what happens to the psyche of both the people who took part in that and the people who were suppressed. And it has commonly been noted that many of the Jews had the chance to escape from this country, but we human beings like to go into total denial that such horrible things would ever take place, could ever happen from other human beings. All right. So I'm going to write down some things to help you for preparing for this midterm. It's not a question of word count. It's a question of 5 paragraphs. You have the vocabulary to deal with this. Look over what I'm writing down, and I will even say this. You don't have to watch this. So, adios. Bye.